Good evening to all and welcome to the session 200 grammar rules. But before we go to 200 grammar rules, I would like to talk about important courses that are coming up on Unacademy platform. New courses are being launched. They will be launched on 7th July. At the outset, Unacademy is the best platform when it comes to SSC. You may ask why. If you take the subscription, you get 30 plus access to 30 plus batches, 300 plus 70 plus educators, and 300 plus classes a day, and 40,000 recorded content, 20,000 practice questions, trusted by 90% plus, over 90% SSC aspirants. Now, these courses are being offered by the best educators and the top educators. And what are the courses that are going to be launched on 7th July? 1000 plus selection batch SSC CGL 2020, set Brahmastra batch all government exams, all stars batch SSC CGL and CHSL 2021-22 exams, SSC CGL and CHSL 2021 exams, and a strong lineup of batches from the top educators. You can also have a look at the subscription, whatever the amount you can pay. You can take the subscription for 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, and you can pay lump sum amount or you can pay every month. And one thing is very important, you got to remember the prices will be hiked in the month of July. So try to take the subscription earlier, the better. And there is one Unacademy Combat Scholarship test. And if you take that test, there are a lot of prizes are there, so try to take that combat test and use my referral code. What is my referral code? Korlapati 4 5077. That is my referral code. And morning also, I was telling marathon sessions today and tomorrow. Today, this morning, 7 a.m. to night 11 p.m., 14 hours non-stop. And tomorrow also. And today on Unacademy special classes, that platform. Tomorrow, YouTube. Unacademy live SSC exams, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., 13 hours non-stop. So you can get enriched, very useful. Now let us go to 200 grammar rules. Till yesterday, I taught 64 rules. Today we'll start with, good evening to one and all. Today we'll start with rule number 65. If you remember, I have been doing in a systematic way. I gave the rules related to nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Then today it is going to be rules related to degrees of comparison. You may ask, sir, what are these degrees of comparison? You should have the basics, then you can follow these rules. Adjectives and adverbs change form to show comparisons. For example, hot, hotter, hottest, short, shorter, shortest. Here, the same adjective, the forms have changed. You should ask the question, why do they change? Adjectives and adverbs, both. That's why I said, once you learn adjectives, you learn adverbs, then you should go to degrees of comparison, systematic approach. Adjectives and adverbs change the forms to show comparisons, and these are known as degrees of comparison. They are three in number: positive, comparative, superlative. All these you must have learned school level. You must be having the basics. And these comparisons, why are they important from the exam point of view? They can be regular, they can be irregular. Regular comparisons are not important from the exam point of view. Irregular comparisons are important. Now you may wonder, you may ask, so what is this regular? What is this irregular? Have a look at the examples here. First one, hot, hotter, hot, hotter, hottest. If an adjective or adverb, usually adjectives, comparisons we use, when we talk about the qualities of a person or a thing. Adjectives or adverbs take er or est. We call them regular comparisons. Also, another example, big, bigger, biggest, hot, hotter, hottest, big, bigger, biggest. These are regular comparisons. One more. If the word is a single syllable, we should add ER, EST. More than one syllable, we should use more and most. For example, beautiful, beautiful, there are three syllables. Intelligent, intelligent, four syllables. Then we should use more and most. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. These are known as irregular comparisons. These are not very important from the exam point of view. Irregular comparisons are important. What are these irregular comparisons? They don't take ER and EST. They don't take more and most. And based on these, they ask questions in the exam. Adjectives and adverbs, same information I would like to provide this slide also. Adjectives and adverbs change form to show comparisons. They can be regular. I have given the examples regular. Hot, hotter, hottest, big, bigger, biggest, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. But they're not that important from the exam point of view. They don't focus on regular comparisons because many students, many language learners are not good at irregular comparisons. Now you may wonder, you may ask, sir, what are the examples for irregular comparisons? Good, better, best, adjective. Bad, worse, worst, adjective. Here you got to be very careful. Well is an adverb. It has the same forms, better, best. Badly is an adverb. It has the same forms, worse, worst. Have you noticed? Good, better, best, well, better, best, bad, worse, worst, badly, worse, worst. They have given questions based on these, but these are rather easy. Exam point of view, when it comes to irregular comparisons, three are very important. These you can't afford to forget. You got to remember, you got to have these at your fingertips. What are these? Old. Old can be, that is a positive form. It can be older, oldest, elder, eldest. Then you may ask, sir, what is the difference between these two? If you're talking about persons, older, oldest, these two forms go with persons or things. When it comes to persons, you're talking about persons who don't belong to the same family or persons who are not related to each other. Then you should use older, oldest. Elder, eldest, we use only with persons. We don't use with things. And when do we use persons? If you're talking about persons who belong to the same family, within the family, you should use elder, eldest. This is very important. I'm going to show the examples. Based on this, in many exams, they have given questions. Late. This again, very confusing under pressure. Later, latest. Latter, Latter, last. Now you may ask, so what is the difference between these two? Later, latest, these expressions go with time, and latter, last, they go with position. I repeat, single T, careful with the spelling, single T goes with time, double T goes with position. Later, latest, latter, and last. And this also they have given in many exams. For and comparative and superlative, you have FAR, farther, farthest, and further, furthest. In the exam, many a time they have given questions based on this. They try to change the words. In place of double T, you're supposed to use the word with double T, which refers to the position. In the exam, they may give the word with single T, which refers to time. You have to spot the error. In the exam, again, they may ask a question where they should use further, but they give the word FARTHER, which is not correct. Look at the examples. Irregular comparisons. My brother is elder to me. There are two things you got to look at and you got to remember. One is you cannot use the word older, and you should use the preposition to. Already you have learned the rule. Comparative adjectives like I've given so many: superior, inferior, anterior, posterior, senior, junior, preferable, prior, elder, and the verb prefer. All these take the preposition to. So elder to me. Why elder? Why not older? Here we are talking about brother who belongs to the same family. As I said, when we talk about persons who belong to the same family, we should use elder, not older. My brother is elder to me. And in the exam, they may give, my brother is older to me, not correct. My brother is older than me, not correct. You should say, my brother is elder to me. Shimla is farther than Delhi from Bombay. Imagine this is Bombay and you're going in this direction, or you're going upward rather, west to north. First you get Delhi, then you get Shimla. Then how do you talk about that in English? Shimla is farther than Delhi from Bombay. In the exam, they may give the word further, which is not correct. Have you heard the latest news? Here it talks about the time. Then you cannot say. I've seen in a few exams they've given questions like, have you heard the last news? That is not correct. Have you heard the latest news? She does the work well. Here in the exam they may give the word good. Good is not correct. She does the work. Ask a question. How does she do the work? You need an adverb. Then what is the answer? She does the work well. He works more efficiently than others. Now, efficiently, a lot of syllables are there. Here, based on that, we got to use more efficiently than others. Some of these are regular, some of these are irregular. Just now, let us go to rule number 66. But before I go to rule number 66, I would like to ask a question. Have you got the first rule for today? Elder to I. What is this elder to I? Please hold. Let me complete, then I will have a look. Rule number 66, dissimilar comparisons. Similar comparisons, you can understand from the expression. You can compare similar things which belong to the same category. You cannot compare something that belongs to a particular category and something else that belongs to a different category. Then it becomes dissimilar comparison. Dissimilar comparisons are not correct. Look at the text. When we compare two things or two persons, they should belong to the same category. They should belong to what? The same category. That is very important. If they don't belong to the same category, we call that dissimilar comparison, which is not correct. We should not compare persons or things that belong to different categories. That is a point, that is a rule. If you compare things or persons that belong to different categories, that is known as dissimilar comparisons, and that is not grammatically correct. Similar comparisons, grammatically correct. Dissimilar comparisons, not grammatically correct. Look at this example. The climate of Bombay is better than Delhi. This is a typical example that goes with dissimilar comparisons. The climate of Bombay, here you want to compare the climate of Bombay with the climate of Delhi. But in this example, it looks like the climate of Bombay and the city Delhi. That is dissimilar comparison. So this sentence is wrong. What is the correct sentence? The climate of Bombay is better than that of Delhi. Actual sentence, the climate of Bombay is better than the climate of Delhi. But instead of saying the climate of Delhi, we say that of Delhi. Then the sentence is correct. The climate of Bombay is better than that of Delhi. I hope you got the difference. This they have given in many exams. Now let us go to rule number 67. Two persons or two things. When we compare two persons or two things, the former should be separated from the latter. This is very important. Usually people don't do that. Now you may think, what are these two words, former and latter? Here, imagine there is one person here, there is another person here. The one in these two words talk about the position. The one in the first position, we use the word former, and the one in the second position, I'll write it as second position, we use the word latter, Latter, former, first in position, latter, second in position. But we use these two words when we talk about two persons or two things. More than two, we should not use. This book is better than any book. There's a common error. All these are come under common errors. A lot of people say the same thing. The climate of Bombay is better than Delhi, which is not correct. Another typical common error. This book is better than any book. This sentence is wrong. Why is it wrong? This book, this is the former, is better than any book. This is the latter. I said, what is a rule? The former should be separated from the latter. Now, if I say any book that includes this book also, then it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This book is better than, you have to separate this book and other books. Then what is the correct expression? This book is better than any other book. This book is better than any other book. Then it is correct. You are separating the former from the latter. This book is better than any other book. This sentence is correct. The lion is stronger than any animal. If you say the lion is stronger than any animal, then the sentence is not correct. What is the reason? Any animal that includes the lion as well, then it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You have to separate the lion from other animals. Based on that, what is the correct sentence? The lion is stronger than any other animal. If you don't use the word other, then the sentence is grammatically correct. It doesn't make any sense, not only grammatically wrong, contextually it doesn't make any sense, meaning wise not correct. Now let us go to the last rule. What is the last rule? If you compare two qualities of the same person, there is an important rule. What is that? When we compare two qualities of the same person, we should use a positive form for both the adjectives and should use the word more before the first adjective. Two qualities, that means you need to use adjectives. You have to use a positive form, not the comparative form, though you're comparing. And before the first adjective, you have to use the word more. Look at this example. Here, you're talking about two qualities of the same person: clever, brave. And here, both the adjectives are in positive form, not in comparative, not in superlative. And the rule tells you have to use both the adjectives in positive form, one thing, and before the first adjective, you have to use the word more. So, how do you express that in English? She is more clever than brave. You cannot say she is cleverer than braver. That is not correct. She is more clever than brave. He is more shrewd than diligent. More shrewd, positive form; diligent, hardworking, positive form. Both the adjectives should be in the positive form, the first dimension. The second dimension, before the first adjective, we got to use the word more. So this is also very important from the exam point of view. Now, all the four rules, if you have a question, please ask me. I will have a look. Yes, if you have a question, comparison is done between similar things. That is absolutely right. Dissimilar, not correct. Any other animal, if you don't use the word other, then it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Have a look at these sentences. Tell me right or wrong. You got the concepts. The concepts are crystal clear. Some of the students. Fine. She has done the work as good as she could. Is the sentence right or wrong? Shrewd means a person who knows how to make a losing situation a winning situation. A person is in a situation where it is like losing something, but he is so clever that he changes that to a winning situation. Then we call that person a shrewd person. Generally, it goes with business people. We say shrewd businessman. Yes, yes, that is right, Naresh. There's one example. If you are talking about two things, former, latter, more than two, the last. There's one example. But still, I appreciate you're just consolidating your knowledge. Now, please answer. She has done the work as good. How has she done the work? You need an adverb, but good is an adjective. It is not correct. So, what is the right expression? She has done the work how as well as she could. That is right. He is best than the other students. He is best than the other students. Is that right or wrong? No, sir. Why is it not correct? Whenever we use, again, one more thing I would like to tell you guys, when it comes to comparative form, we should use the word than, And when it comes to the superlative, the third one is what superlative? We should use a definite article the. But mind you guys, exceptions are there. You will come across those exceptions. So he is best is not correct. Here it should be he is better, better than. He is better than. Sentence, please mention the sentence number. Only then I can make out. They have gone to the US for further studies. This has been given many a time. Is this right or wrong? Further or farther? What is the right word over here? Sentence number three. The is used with superlative form, but exceptions are there. I'm going to show the examples later. Here, please mention the question number. My request. Yes, it talks about farther, it talks about the distance, and further, it talks about something more. Already a graduate in India, he wanted the PG, post graduation degree. So something additional, something more. Then we should use the word further. They have gone to the US for further studies. It cannot be. What is the right word over here? Further studies. This has been given in many exams, many competitive exams. Ramesh is older than Suresh. Imagine these two guys are not related to each other. They don't belong to the same family. Is that right or wrong? I would like to tell you guys question number four. Ramesh, Suresh, they don't belong to the same family. They belong to different families. So is the sentence right or wrong? You cannot use the preposition to. To goes only with elder. Oh, this is a bit surprising. Sentence number four, is it right or wrong? Older to Suresh. No, no, I'm surprised. The word elder takes a preposition to. Older takes a word than. Pranita says now she has got it right. Ramesh is older than Suresh. Nothing wrong with the sentence. The sentence is grammatically correct. Sentence number four, absolutely no problem. Now I see many students say fourth sentence is correct. Yes, you guys are right. Ramesh and Suresh, they don't belong to the same family. Then you have to use the word older, and also older takes the word than, not to. Elder to. That's why I say please mention the question number. This is the eldest school in the city. Is this right or wrong? Sentence number five. They have given in one exam. It sounds a little ridiculous, but they have given in a few exams. As I said, older, oldest, they go with things and persons. Elder goes only with persons. Here, you are talking about school. Then you cannot use the word eldest. That sounds ridiculous. This is the oldest school. What is it? Oldest school, not eldest. But they have given in one exam. Very surprising. But all that you have to remember, things and persons, we should use older, oldest. Things, older, oldest. Persons, you cannot use older. Things, you cannot use older, oldest. I mean, elder, eldest, you should use only older, oldest. Elder goes only with persons. Older goes with persons and things. Here, school is a thing. You cannot use elder. You got to use older. Of the three players, Naresh, now this is the example you were thinking of. Only two you should use a former and double T. More than two. Here the sentence talks about of the three players, more than two. You should use. Tell me sentence number six. Is it right or wrong? No, no. Look at the sentence carefully. No, 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 no. This is wrong. I have just said if you're talking about two persons or two things, this is comparative form. You can use this. But here you're talking about two players or more than two players. More than two players, then you cannot use latter. You have to use last. So what is wrong with this sentence? Of the three players, three, two, this can be used, but three, you cannot use latter. Of the three players, he likes the last. Sentence number six is wrong. Many students have said it is correct. It is not correct. It is absolutely wrong. What is the right word? Please listen very carefully. You're talking about two persons or two things. What are the forms? Last. If you are talking about position. Comparison, only two persons or two things. But here, what is the number? Three. Then you got to use the superlative form, the last. Sentence number seven. He has come later than I expected. Yes, that is right, Naresh. I appreciate you. You always come up with examples. That's wonderful. That too within no time. Of the three subjects, or among the subjects Hindi, Telugu, and English, I like the last. You have to use the word last. Now answer my question. Is it right or wrong? Sentence number seven. Huh. Here you cannot use double T. Double T talks about position, but here the context talks about time. Based on that, the sentence is wrong. We got to say, he has come later, later, later than I expected. That is the right one. Now, sentence number eight. Seven is wrong. Double T is not correct. It should be single T. The climate of Bangalore is better than Pune. Is that right or wrong? The climate of Bangalore is better than Pune. I think there's a time lag of 20 seconds, perhaps more. I say twice, thrice. I don't see your responses. Now I see. It is wrong. Why is it wrong? Dissimilar comparison. Dissimilar comparison. Climate of Bangalore, climate of Pune, then it would have been right. So, what is the correct sentence? The climate of Bangalore is better than that of Pune. Perfect. This hill station is better than any hill station. Question number 9. This hill station is better than any hill station. It is not correct. You have to say this hill station is better than any, sorry, any other hill station. Then it is correct. He is more shorter than fat. Here you are talking about two qualities of the same person. Then what is the rule you have got today? Both the adjectives should be in the positive form. Before the first adjective, we have to use the word more. So nothing wrong with the word more. But here you cannot use the comparative form. You got to use the positive form. What is the positive form for that word? Short. He is more short than fat. Very good. Absolutely right. She is more kinder than innocent. Sentence number 11. Right or wrong? Not 11, 11. She is more kinder than innocent. Very good. Kind, kinder, kindest. So you cannot use a comparative form here. This is also wrong. This is wrong. And this is wrong. So what is the right sentence? She is more kind than innocent. More kind. Have you read the last article? Even this has been given. No, no, any other hill station. Naresh, you cannot use a noun in the plural form. Any other hill station, not stations. You cannot use a noun in the plural form. Have you read the last article or have you read the latest article? What will you say? Have you read the last article or the latest? So again, this sentence is wrong. What is the reason? Here you cannot talk about. You are talking about the latest related to the time concept. Based on that, it should be. Have you read the latest article? Have you heard the latest news? Another example. Have you heard the latest news? A typical question. This is the most important question of all the questions. This is because I have not taught you the rule. Try to spot the error, or it could be right also. Yes, latest article. This is the better of the two. Is this sentence right or wrong? What is the latest score? Yes, Venkatesh. Latest developments, another combination. 13 is the question, the most important question. Pranita says the 13 correct, and Bhavana says 13 best, Rajshekar 13 best, Nagamaleshwari best, Durga Bhavani says correct. Those who have said this is correct, it is correct. Now you may ask, sir, how come? Because we see the comparative form here and we see the definite article there. Please listen very carefully. General comparison, we say Suresh is stronger than Ramesh, stronger than. Comparative form, you're comparing two persons or two things. We should use a comparative form. We should use the word than. Already have got the rule. What is that? School level. We use a definite article there with the superlative form. The best, the most intelligent, the tallest, the most beautiful, the hottest, the coldest. But here, a lot of students, please listen very carefully, under pressure, not easy. I'm sure a lot of students in the actual exam they've given many a time, when they read this sentence, they think, oh, this sentence is wrong because the is there and better is there. We cannot use that definite article the with the comparative form. But this sentence is correct. Why is it correct? English has many patterns, sentence patterns. A regular pattern when it comes to comparing two persons or two things. Ramesh is taller than Suresh. A regular pattern, taller than. This is a second pattern a lot of people don't know. In this pattern, two things you got to remember. We should use a definite article the two times. There are two dimensions you got to remember. Please listen very carefully. In this pattern, here we are comparing two persons or two things. Between two things, no doubt about that, between two persons. But in this sentence pattern, you should use a definite article the two times. First time, second time. And before the after the definite article the, there's an adjective. That should be in the comparative form, not in the superlative form. What is the adjective over here? Good. Good, better, best. So this is an exception. Now you may ask, sir, why is it like that? Any language, we have rules, we have exceptions. General rule is what? We should use the definite article the with the superlative form. But this is an exception. Here, the definite article the goes with the comparative form. I hope you got it. Please respond by saying yes, no, something. The better of the two. This book is the better of the two. This student is the better of the two. Why is it like that? English is like that. We got to accept, respect, and move on. We cannot question. Don't do research on that. Sheer waste of time. Please respond yes. Yes, sir. The concept is clear. We will remember the sentence pattern because they have given in so many exams. How come no response? Thank you. So, this is the question of the day. He is my older brother. Is this right or wrong? Please go to. Yes, this is not correct. A bit confusing, definitely. There's a saying in English, who is this Naresh? There's a saying in English, what is it? Facts are stranger than fiction. Fiction means imaginary. But what is a saying, popular saying in English? Facts are stranger than fiction. Sometimes you don't feel like accepting the facts. What is the reason? They are stranger than fiction. Already you have the fact. What is it? Superlative form. the definite article the. Now, all of a sudden, someone comes and says the definite article the goes with the comparative form. Not easy to accept, not easy to digest. But you got to, there's no choice. He is my older brother, not correct. What is the right sentence? He is my elder brother. Elder brother, same family. Of the two writers, he likes the later. Is that right or wrong? Question number 15. 14 is wrong, beyond any doubt, rather easy to make out. Question number 15. You have to enjoy. You come across strange things, new information, and you should not get perplexed or confused or bewildered. You should enjoy. Oh, this is something I didn't know. Very good. You should feel that way. 15, no answer. Here it talks about the two writers, means what? Position, not the time. Then we cannot use a single T. This is not the right word. What is the right word? Double TER. This has been given in many exams, many a time. I hope you guys have got enriched. The four rules, degrees of comparison, very important. Under pressure, not at all easy. Now let us go to actual questions from the exam, previous year's papers. First five questions deal with error location. Have a look. The sun rises in the east. Fiction. That is a fact. That is not fiction. What do you mean by that is fiction? You mean to say, that is perception, not fiction. Who is this? Ravi Teja. Here we cannot use the word fiction. We got to use the word the sun rises in the east. That is perception. But what is a fact? It is always in its position. It changes based on our perception. Which one do you want me to explain one more time, Bharat Kumar? Question number 13. See, in English, what happens? We use a comparative form to compare two persons. I'll use two persons or two things. And what is the pattern for that regular pattern? We should use a comparative form of the adjective and the word than. What is the regular pattern? He is taller than Suresh. Here we are comparing two persons. So taller comparative form, we should use the word than. This is a regular pattern. But in English, we have got another pattern. When we talk about two persons or two things, we compare. What is that pattern? Here in this pattern, we should use a comparative form. At the same time, we should use a definite article the two times. The better of the two. This is a pattern you got to memorize, you got to remember. I hope it's clear. Please, having broken down, the driver sent the car to the garage. Is that right or wrong? Naresh has a question. Let me see other. Younger takes the word than, younger than me. Only elder takes two. People also say younger to me, younger than. Now, please spot the error. Here it talks having broken down. It looks like this expression goes with the driver, but it doesn't talk about the driver. The sentence talks about the car because he sent the car to the garage. So here, this is not correct. What are we supposed to say for that idea? As a car, as a car had broken down, as the car had broken down, comma, the driver sent the car to the garage. This is a correct sentence. This is a further idea. First action, the car broke down. Second action, he sent the car to the garage. Already have learned when the two actions that happened in the past, one after the other. For the first one, we should use past perfect tense. For the second one, we should use past tense. Based on that, grammatically, meaning wise, it talks about the car, not about the driver. So, what are you supposed to say? As the car had broken down, he sent, or the driver sent the car to the garage. That is the correct sentence. Answer, there is an error in the first part. I hope you got it. Please go to Question number two. Where is the error? I've seen her only once, but I'm liking her a lot. Question number two, right or wrong? How come this long? I don't see your responses. Now I see. Here, when it comes to senses, and already have learned stative verbs, you cannot use the verb in the ing form. Here, liking is not correct. What are you supposed to say? I like her a lot. My pleasure. Where are you from? Your name looks a bit different. Holy Land, Kongsdier. May I know from where you are? So, where is the error? I've seen her only once, but I like her a lot. Don't use in ing form. Now let us go to sentence number or question number. Not but sir. What is this not but sir? Uma Maheshwar Rao. Please mention the question number. Only then I can make out. You mean to say previous question? No, no, you got to use but. Contrasting information. One time you started liking. That's a bit strange. Yes, yes, very good. Hear, taste, smell, touch, like, see, all these senses related. Very good. It's always better you write. You will never forget. In the exam, within no time, you will be able to spot the error. Where is the error? He ate nothing since yesterday. No problem, no problem. Here, someone has said, Kumar says there's an error in the first part. That is absolutely right. But what is the error? No, no, question number three, it is not correct. There is an error. What is that? The time phrases are very important. My suggestion to you guys, oh, Adi, not expected. My suggestion, I have been telling you guys in the exam, when you read a particular sentence, you're trying to locate the error. Please do remember, try to look for the time phrase. And once you see the time phrase, catch it. 1 second, if you catch or grasp the time phrase, you can decide whether the sentence is right or wrong. Now, since yesterday, since Monday, since 2021, since 2020, since last month, these phrases go with present perfect or present perfect continuous. But here it is in which tense? Past tense. So it is not correct. It should be. There is an error in the first part. Very surprising. What are you supposed to say here? He has eaten. He has eaten nothing. Not had, has. You got to use present perfect. Already you have learned. Past perfect doesn't come into picture because it's only one idea. He has eaten nothing since yesterday. This is an easy one actually. I don't know, a bit surprising. Many students haven't got it right. Perhaps you guys were busy writing all these verbs, stative verbs. He has eaten nothing since yesterday. He has not touched anything since yesterday. Another example, same pattern. Now let us go to question number four. How? We can use since yesterday with present perfect continuous. I haven't touched that since yesterday, present perfect. I have been teaching since yesterday. I have been teaching since 6:30 or since 7:30. Question number three. A. That's wonderful. Dave, I appreciate. I can easily make out question number three and option is A. Easy to catch that. Now, where is the error? Question number four. Since last year, since last Monday, since yesterday, since morning. All these phrases go with present perfect and present perfect continuous. An experimental vaccine has brought glimmer of hope for the malarial researchers. Very good. This is a tough question. I appreciate Kumar. He has answered within no time. And also Raj Shekhar. But what is the error? There's an error in the third part. What is it? Here, glimmer of hope. We got to use the indefinite article a. An experimental vaccine has brought what? A glimmer of hope for the malarial researchers. A is missing. The indefinite article, you got to use a glimmer of hope. You're talking about something for the first time. And it's a standard expression, a ray of hope, a glimmer of hope, standard phrases. We got to use the indefinite article a. I appreciate those students who have written a glimmer of hope. That's wonderful. Not easy. Please go to the last question, error location. I would like to know the score after this. Let's see if someone says all the five correct. The firemen wore inflammable clothing for protection. Who is this? Please go ahead. Bhubinder, please shoot the question related to this. I will answer. Outside the track, of the track, I cannot answer. Please shoot. Ask the question. Shoot the question means ask the question. A silver line. No, no, no. This also an easy question in my opinion, but no one has answered. No one has got the answer. You guys are focused on this. That is nothing wrong with that. Now tell me what is the meaning of inflammable? What is the meaning of inflammable? Oh, you guys are on the same track. Almost all the students have said clothings. That is not at all. Absolutely no problem. Please answer my question. What is the meaning of inflammable? Inflammable means something that catches fire. Something that catches fire. Why will they wear something that catches fire? Are you guys listening? The firemen, what is the meaning of the word inflammable? Something that catches fire. Now, they will wear something that will not catch fire. So, what is the word for that? Non flammable. The right word here, not inflammable, non flammable. Very surprising. You guys are focused on this word. Nothing wrong with that. Inflammable. The problem here, this is a very good question. Generally, human, inhuman, we add the prefix in to convey something negative. But in English, flammable, inflammable, both mean the same. That's an exception. Flammable catches fire, inflammable catches fire. That's why you got confused. But what is the right word? Something that does not catch fire, non flammable. Simple. If you know the meaning, had you known the meaning, you'd have got it right. And you guys have not focused on the key word, inflammable. That is not the right word. It should be non flammable. Anyhow, it's a very good question. Sometimes what happens, they look easy, they're not easy. Not even one student has got it right. That means that that's a tough question, very tough question. That's why they have given Ravi Teja. That is a reason why they have given. Usually we think we have a logic. We use logic all the time. Human, inhuman. And we think in means negative. So you know the word flammable, you must have thought inflammable, the right word. No. Score 3 out of 5, someone says. Has anyone got all the 5 correct? 2. That means the questions are really good. Bhupender, please wait till tomorrow morning, but tentative schedule. I'm going to change the time slots. I want all of you to listen to that. All these days I have been taking in the morning plus classes 9:30 to 11:30 and special classes, free classes on Unacademy platform 12 noon to 1. But I'm going to change. Not tomorrow, perhaps day after tomorrow. I may take morning 8:30 to 9:30 special class, free sessions, and 10 to 11:30 plus classes, one time slot. Tentative means not fixed. And evening 5:30 to 7, again plus classes. As usual, this time slot I'm not going to touch. 7:30 to 8:30 YouTube classes. Okay. So what is the answer? God has bestowed man unusual gifts, bestowed on. What is the right preposition? You can also use with. Bestowed man with, then you have to use man should come here. So it is not correct. First option is not correct. What is the reason? If you want to use a preposition with, God has bestowed man with unusual gifts. You have to change the position, so it is not correct. Bestowed for cannot be used. God has bestowed on man something. What? Unusual gifts. So the right answer is this one. Special classes are free. See, Unacademy, we have three special classes, plus classes, and YouTube classes. Right now, YouTube classes are free, plus classes are paid, you have to pay, and special classes on Unacademy platform, they are also free. Special classes are free, and YouTube classes are free, but plus classes are paid, they are paid batches. What is this restless, darling Srinu? What does it mean? And as usual, my Hindu editorial analysis, you all know the time slot, morning 7 to 8. Hindu, the Hindu editorial analysis, live sessions. Bestow means gifted. Huh, that's a very good question. Who is that? Bharat Kumar. Bestow means gift, gifted, to gift something. Usually it goes with awards, and also it goes with special skills or special rights. What is the word for special rights? Privileges. I have just answered. Bestow means to give, gift, to gift, to confer. We also use a word in this context, related word, to confer, bestowed with something. Now let us go to question number 2. Yes, yes, hectic. This is nothing. In the past, I would teach 10 hours a day. Now I teach only 6 hours a day. A lot of people do that. Indefatigable. 6 hours nothing, but 10 hours definitely. It's an uphill task. But a lot of people do that. The bullet struck a wall and was diverted from its course, right or wrong. Happy Doctor's Day. I don't know how many doctors are here, but generally speaking, happy Doctor's Day. Where is the error? The bullet struck. Thank you very much, Ravi Teja. Here, the word to be considered, diverted. Is it right or wrong? No. Right word, deflected. Deflect. No. If I know also, I will not use Rafi. What is the reason? I have been teaching for the last 25 years. I have been using only English. You may ask why. If I use English all the time, you will improve your English. You will learn a lot of words, a lot of sentence patterns, a lot of phrases, and that awareness will help in the exam. We are here to help you guys. If I use Hindi or Telugu or any other language, you cannot get enriched in the real sense. You may be happy and you get connected immediately, but in the long run, that is not advisable. Deflect means to take a turn. Something hits and goes deflected. Yes, yes, I do agree. Now, please go to sentence number three. What time is it? Oh, we have only 5 minutes. Today we are rather slow. Thank you very much, Rafi. Nice of you to say that. I would like to thank you for that. Kannan asked me to go round with them, but I didn't want. Raise also, yes, yes, they get deflected. Yes, Nagamani. The word goes with. Sure, I will do that. Don't worry about that. Full stop I have never used, Venkatesh. When I bring parajumbles, I don't use a full stop and I remove the capital letters. I remove the full stop. Comma should be there. If I don't present with the comma, very difficult to make out. Only one or two students may be able to. That is not fair. In the exam also, they use the commas. They don't use the, they use colon, semicolon, comma. They don't use the capital letters. Exceptions are there generally. They don't use a full stop. I do that all the time. I didn't want is not correct. Answer is I didn't want to. Kannan asked me to go round with them, but I did not want to. I did not want is not correct. I didn't want to. Who has said the third option? No, no, bhai, please, Divakar. If I use Hindi, what happens? There are so many faculty members, bilingual. You will not get benefited in the long run. You will not get benefited in the long run. It is not advisable. Now let us go to, we have only 4 minutes. Sentence improvement, question number four. This is a very good question. You should get it right. Please use my code. My code is Korlapati 4 hyphen 5077. If you use my code, you will get 10% discount. Do remember. I have brought Raviteja and Gangadhar. I had to spend almost half an hour. Please wait. There's a surprise for you guys. Not a pleasant surprise. What is the answer? Yes, very good. Here you have to use had two times. What is the reason? The conjunction, there are three or four words before, when, by the time, after. Then you should use the first action in past perfect, the second action in past tense. We visited him, nothing wrong with this. But here it is in past, it is not correct. It should be in past perfect. How do you express the same idea in past perfect? He had had his breakfast. Many students think it is not correct. It is absolutely right. It goes with, I know. It is not, I'm going to get it changed. My code is not easy. I'm going to get it changed. Please wait for 1 or 2 days. Answer is the first option. Now, the last question based on sentence improvement. He doesn't smoke, nor I did. Doesn't present, then you should tell yourself it cannot be in past. So, what is the right one? Yes, had had his breakfast. He doesn't smoke. That's good. You guys got it right. Now, what is the answer for question number five, sentence improvement? Third one is a correct answer. Very good. Nor do I. You can also say neither do I. He doesn't smoke, nor do I. And conversational English, we say neither do I. He doesn't like something, neither do I. Nor do I. That is right. Now it's almost we are left with only one. Thank you very much. Please don't have a look at the slides. Yesterday also I could not do and I had to change the slides. I don't want to. Please ignore the slides now. We don't have time. Now, there are two students, Ravi Teja and Gangadhar. Listen very carefully. Here, I thought of bringing a passage. You know how many slides I had to present the same information? 10 slides. 10 slides. How is it possible for the student to read, remember, and answer the questions? Practically not possible. So it is not going to work out. You want me to continue the session? Guys, please respond. You want me to continue? Some students want me to continue. We have five more questions, voice and speech. Shall I continue? It may take only 5 minutes. Say yes or no, then I will continue. Only one student has. Fine. Now let us go to the last five questions based on either voice or speech. He never forgets to get gifts for me. So, what is the answer? So, it is not practically possible 10 slides passage, how to read, how to remember, how to answer questions, but I will think of a solution. I'll try to uh, work out something should work out. Let us see. Because passage is very important. If you can master reading comprehension, you're through. He never forgets to get gifts for me. What is the answer? Forgetting of gifts, not correct. He will never ever forget, not correct. Forget to get gifts, not correct. Getting gifts for me is never forgotten by him. What is the answer? The fourth option is the answer. Just read. If you can download the video, please go through that and we can have a discussion on that. Thank you very much. Now let us go to the next one. She needs to clean the floor right now. She needs to clean the floor right now. What is the answer? It is in active voice, you have to change it to passive voice. Hmm. Question number one, you have got it right. Please go to question number two. She needs to clean the floor right now. What is the object here? She needs to clean the floor. How many options begin with the floor? Not today, but tomorrow. Definitely, we'll do that. I'm coming up with short videos soon because you guys have the exam, SBI Junior Assistant, I think 11th onwards. The floor needs to be cleaned by her right now. So, what is the answer here? The first option is the answer. Now, let us go to the next one quickly. Question number three. A gift was given to me by my friend. What is the answer? This is also related to active voice and passive voice. A gift was given to me by my friend. Go to the third question. A gift. Here there are two objects. One is gift and me. Thing we call it direct object. Person we call it indirect object. You can change with the direct object or the indirect object. 10th onwards. I will give the tips tomorrow. Please, those who want the tips regarding junior assistant, I will do it tomorrow. 5 minutes I'll squeeze in, I'll give some tips. Looks like Chinese. What is the answer? My friend had given me a gift. Was given passive voice. So you have to start with my friend, but all options begin with. And had is not correct. Has is not correct. My friend gave me a gift. It should be in past. So what is the answer? Third option is the answer. Now go to the last but one. Sanjay said that he was going to Delhi then. This question goes with indirect speech or narration. Sanjay said that he was going to Delhi then. Fourth one, thank you very much. Who is this Shankar? Nice of you again. And he was going to Delhi, past continuous. Actual statement should be in present continuous. Based on that, what is the answer? Was going is not correct. I am going to Delhi then. You have to decide between these two. Sanjay said he is going. He cannot be used. So now changes to then. Based on that, this is not correct. What is the answer? The first one is the answer. Now the last question for the day, question number 5, related to speech. Malini said that she would go for the meeting. Malini said that this is in indirect speech. What is it in direct speech? She would go for the meeting. When do you come across the word would in indirect speech? In direct speech, you need the word will. How many options are there with will? Why 4 is incorrect? Because then in direct speech, the word now changes to then in indirect speech. In direct speech, you cannot use the word then. Now changes to then. Based on that, 4 is not correct. I hope you got the answer. Now here, would, that means what? Indirect speech, not indirect. In pause, direct speech. You need the word will. Only will changes to would. How many options have the word will? Only one option. That is the answer. What is the answer? Malini said, I will go for the meeting. Malini said that she would go for the meeting. So that's it for today. I'm glad I could complete. And passage, please excuse me. I will try to find a solution. I would like to help you guys. And this is about the foundation course on grammar. First part over, parts of speech completed. And this is my referral code, Korlapati 4 5077. You get 10% discount. And the time may change, tentative time, morning 8:30 to 9:30. And Lakshmi, write in English. What is that? That's it for today. Whatever questions you have, hold them till tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll be answering. No, no, it is not like that. What I know is only a little. There's so much to learn, any language, any subject. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good night.